Well, first of all, it's important to take into account that the environment around us that we see is very visible in our everyday lives, but once you go under the surface, the underwater environment is really not accessible to people in their everyday lives. And often it's, in this sense, is being neglected. But increasingly today, more and more importance is being given to the underwater environment, especially in the context of blue economy, in the sense that people have been recently trying to put a value on underwater ecosystems by coining the term ecosystem services, so actually to allow governmental bodies and private companies to have an idea, an understanding of the value of these environments. And usually these aren't really direct benefits to the economy, but rather indirect, which is also an issue. But more and more people are beginning to see the benefits of investing into the marine environment. And in this sense also, because it's so detached from our everyday lives and quite difficult to access, it's very difficult to manage them, to monitor what's happening underwater, and to be able to use this data to manage these areas successfully and sustainably. In fact, today all these different anthropogenic incursions underwater are really not very well understood. I mean, their impact on the natural environment is not very understood. This is where different automated innovations, or underwater robotics and sensors and remote sensing methods come into play, because they can access areas where people generally don't access, are unable to access. They can circumvent bad visibility underwater, large depths, bad hydrometeorological conditions, and so on. So the important thing is now that in this type of research, that universities and research bodies can spearhead these type of innovations, but actually the commercial sector is the one that needs to implement them, because these are really just pilot studies, pilot projects, and experiments, but they really need to have an applied, a commercial application. And then we can actually begin to see more and more results. But for the moment, I think the future is bright.